Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is the starting 11 predictions show. For the Carabao Cup final. It has been a long time since we've been able to get excited for a cup final, hasn't it? It feels far too long, but we are here. It is Liverpool, it is Jurgen Klopp, it is the masters of everything, the world, the universe and everything in between. Liverpool Football Club going up against Thomas Tuchel's shitty Chelsea side. We played them in a final fairly recently. We beat them on penalties to lift the trophy that day. I am here to predict Jurgen Klopp starting 11 for this game, and I think it should be relatively easy. It looks like we're all here, we're all ready. We're all going to start with the goalkeeper, and that man normally is Alisson Becker, but I'm afraid to say that today it is not going to be Alisson Becker. It is going to be Caoimhin Kelleher, and I say I'm afraid, I'm not. I trust this guy, I trust this goalkeeper, I trust this young Irishman between the sticks, and we can trust him if he is needed to save penalties, because it's something that he's already done earlier on this season. So, Caoimhin Kelleher, it's going to be a big game for him, I do believe, and we'll move on straight to the left back then. We've got Andy Robertson. He's going to play left back. He is going to play left back. There's just no messing around there. Kostas Tsimikas has been good this season. Andy Robertson has really stepped it up since Kostas started to put him under a little bit of pressure. I expect to see him bombing up and down that left wing all day long. Virgil van Dijk will keep his place at the centre of defence alongside Joel Matip, I believe. And then, of course, you've got the right back. You've got a choice of right backs. You've got James Milner, Joe Gomez, or Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I think Jurgen is going to go with Trent Alexander-Arnold in this one. Because guess what, boys? He's a bit of a game changer. Defensive midfielder, it's got to be Fabinho, hasn't it? He's got to be in there. We know what we're going to come up against. A very, very good Chelsea side, and Fabinho's got to be in there to help us out. I think Thiago gets the nod ahead of him. I love the fact that Jurgen pulled him off a little bit early. I was calling for it after about 35 minutes last night. I know I'd jump in the gun a little bit, but this lad is absolutely mustard, isn't he? I mean, he's one of those players where when I'm in the ground, there's no player I like to have the ball more than Thiago, because he's just so silky smooth. Yeah, absolutely superb. And then a lad that's keen as mustard, Jordan Henderson, he absolutely loves it. And I do think that he is going to start in this game as well. You know, we didn't see him start last time out, but I think for this one, the final, the captain comes back in for that. Left-hand side, I'm going to go with Diaz. Right-hand side, I'm going to go with Mo Salah. And centrally, I am going to go with Sadio Mane. I think there's a chance that the likes of Diogo Jota or Roberto Firmino are involved, but I don't think that he probably risks either of them from the start in this one. I think what we've seen from Diaz and Mane and Salah, so obviously 2 games ago, they all scored yesterday, 2-2. So we know that these lads can play together. What I particularly enjoyed seeing against Leeds side is the movement between the 3 of them. The fact that they're all over the place all the time. Leeds struggled, and it was obviously a thing that we did because Leeds go man for man against sides all across the pitch, but I thought it worked really well. Sadio Mane, yes, his touch might not have been there yesterday, but his work in that false 9 was absolutely superb. He gets the goals as well. I thought he was really, really good yesterday. So I do think that the front 3 stay the same. The substitutes is where it's going to be difficult. I think that's and who misses out actually as well. Obviously, I think you're going to have Alisson Becker on there. I think you're going to have Kostas Tsimikas. I think Ibou Konate. Now, if it was me, I might be tempted not to go 2 centre-halves, but I think Jurgen will go 2 centre-halves. And my thinking on this at the moment, of course, apologies, is that, you know, Ibou Konate and Joe Gomez and those lads right there, they're the lads that, you know, for me, they can play that position only. You can't ask anybody else to mess around in centre of defence. We saw that last season, didn't we? But before I finish the substitutes, I do have a message from our sponsor today. It is Profit Accumulator. We've got loads to talk to. Check this out, because Paul won money last week, and you can too.
Hey everyone, a word from our sponsor this week, Profit Accumulator, your guide through matched betting. They're going to help you beat the bookmakers with a simple, easy to follow guide. I've been talking to you guys about how, look, I'm not totally au fait with this entire world, of course I'm not, but that's why we have Profit Accumulator. I went through their step-by-step guide and I have come out ahead. This is a statement of fact, yes. I went through, I've been able to calculate it all, and thanks to the accounts that I've opened through their advice. You go first, you start with Coral, and you open an account with Smarket. Then in the second tutorial, you go with Betfred and Betfair, and I've come out £36.95 ahead. It's just, yeah, I had to scribble it down. Yeah, and I'm not a gambling man. I'm not someone who follows massive trends. Ultimately, it came down to, with their Profit Accumulator calculator, to allow you to choose what's the best bet and what's to go through. It's literally holding your hand through it. They guided me like I would guide my child through the simplest of tasks in life until they're capable of doing them for themselves. And I've come out ahead as a result of it. But the last one came down to, it was Manchester United versus Brighton in the midweek on the Tuesday night. And I thought, yeah, sound, it's happening soon. And I know those teams, and you can pick from a wide array of like football matches and whatever that's going on in the coming days or whatever. And I thought, yeah, and it told me to back Brighton. I thought, great, because obviously I want Brighton to come out ahead. Man United won, and because of match betting and because of the free bets that they help you to unlock, I actually came out 32 ahead on that one thing, because I basically bet for Brighton and against Brighton. And it sounds complicated, but it genuinely is. Just follow their incredible, simple, easy to follow guide, and hopefully, just like me, you'll come out ahead. But you don't have to basically stump up wild sums of cash for it. You don't have to pay a subscription for it to get this. Honestly, go through it, follow the guide, and let me know how you get on. You can tweet us at the Redmen TV, tweet me at DPaulMatron as well. Why not? But yeah, do get involved with it, and yeah, make sure you, of course, are 18 over. Check all the terms and conditions as well. But yeah, Profit Accumulator.
So yeah, Paul won 36 odd quid last week with Profit Accumulator. You can too, just get involved. Click the link in the description, of course. Back to it then, I think James Milner is going to be on there because he can cover Trent at right back should the unfortunate happen and Trent get a bit of an injury and stuff like that. So I think there you got 5 of your 9 substitutes is just the back 4 and the goalkeeper, of course, which doesn't leave you many options, obviously, to then go forward. So Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, could he be involved? Naby Keita, could he be involved? Divock Origi, could he be involved? And I do think that Diogo Jota is going to sneak onto the bench, which leaves quite a few players, actually. I'm just going to move some of these back here. So we're going to get Diaz, we're going to get Sadio Mane, we've got Mo Salah. Right, I'm going to put these lads up here. Minamino, Kurt Jones, Harvey Elliott, Roberto Firmino, Adrian. I think we can discount Adrian with the greatest of respect that he's not going to be involved. So I do think that Roberto Firmino and Jota right now, if you need to pick up, yeah, I think Firmino's further away from being fit, so I'm going to discount him right now. Now we've got Minamino, now we've got Kurt Jones, now we've got Harvey Elliott. Now I think a lot of people will be looking at this right now and going, Chris, what are you doing? Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's in there. Maybe you should be getting someone like a Harvey Elliott or a Kurt Jones involved in there instead. Okay, so I agree with that to a point. So you can maybe swap out Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain for Harvey Elliott. They're the 2 lads right now that I'm probably looking at as a position on the bench. Now, I'll tell you why I'm going to go with why I think Jurgen will go with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain over Harvey Elliott is because Harvey Elliott, yes, he's had a tough season. We know he was out for an extended period of time and stuff, but Ox has pretty much been there week in, week out. So I think he might just give that nod to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain over Harvey Elliott, not based on ability, not based on who's going to get into the side more often than not from the future, but based on the fact that maybe Jurgen respects and understands how much Oxlade-Chamberlain has worked while Harvey Elliott has been out. So I'm going to go right now for that. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments section. We'll get into some of your comments in a bit, of course. So next question is, what about Kurt Jones? Well, he's just played midweek, hasn't he? So maybe that's where I'm looking at and going, Naby Keita probably steps in there. This is my sort of thinking on all of this as well. Then you've got Minamino. Okay, so let's look at Minamino right now. Minamino's spot probably Divock Origi there. Divock came on for a few minutes the other night, obviously gets involved in a goal. Was it an assist? Wasn't it an assist? He was a big part of that goal. Could Taki be involved in this squad? Yes. Will he be disappointed to miss out? Yes. With Origi? Yes. Origi has missed a little bit of time. Minamino's been there. So Chris, you're going back on your word from what you said a minute ago about Oxlade-Chamberlain and Harvey Elliott, but that injury didn't last as long. So it's just so tough. And this is the thing, isn't it? This is what makes you realise that Liverpool have got an absolutely unbelievable squad, because all of this, it's just, it must be so difficult. And managing these, like this lad and this lad, they're going to get chances again at Liverpool. I think you can manage them a little bit better. Yes, they're going to be disappointed, but because they're so young, they'll know that they're going to get opportunities moving forward. So I'm going to discount Elliott and I'm going to discount Kurt Jones because of that. Now, Minamino's an interesting one. Will he accept it if you get rid of Divock Origi or don't sign him to a contract in the summer? And what does that mean for Minamino and his Liverpool career? Well, I don't know. But all I know is if I need someone to come off the bench and do something mad, I'm trusting Divock Origi more than I'm trusting Taki Minamino, which is how I ended up at my bench. So I'm going to go straight into some of the comments and stuff now, then, and we're going to look at some of them. It's Milner or Gomez for the right-back position on the bench. We don't need them both on there, says VIP Ness, and that's a great shout. So let's take Joe Gomez off there, and that gives us an opportunity. Now, this is the problem. This is how I ended up with Joe Gomez in the first place. So, yeah, I get that. You can play Joe Gomez at right-back. I'm fine with that. But why I thought we needed the extra centre-half is the cover, because, yes, you can drop Fabinho back, but your midfield's not as good. I do feel like if there's an injury to a centre-half, maybe first half, whatever, I just feel like Jurgen likes to have the two centre-halves on there. So maybe it's not Milner that makes the bench. This is the thing, you can go yourself around in circles time and time again here, because it's so easy to do. I would feel more comfortable having two centre-halves, a bit like a security blanket, you know what I mean? Should the absolute worst happen, should two injuries happen, I'm all right, because I know that with my forward players and all this type of stuff, right, that, you know, worst comes to the worst, we're absolutely up shit creek without a paddle, then I'm throwing Mane here, or a Jota here, or a Keita onto the wing, or something like that, you know what I mean? Whereas I don't think you can do that with the midfielder going to the centre-half. So that's the difficulty for me. Milner is last season, so Klopp could give him the honour to come off from the bench. Just got to go back at my word. I would love to be in a position where we are in that position where you can get Milner on onto the pitch for a few minutes. But this is Chelsea. This is a final. This is going to be incredibly difficult. And I've just broke the stand that my iPad stands on, which is fantastic. So yeah, that's come off. So I'm going to have to hold that because there's nothing more I can do with that. Brilliant. Look, see, it's completely broken. Yippee. So don't worry, I've got something else I can put it on. Bear with me 1 second while I get the comments up. Let's move this a little bit more central. And we are back. Luke Ronan says, I think if Jota is fit enough to make the bench, he'll start and play 45. Since if you bring him on at 60, he could go extra time. That way you can manage his minutes better. But then you're using a sub straight away, Luke, because I get that. I understand that. But I think Jota's there for like the last 10 minutes of the game, or something like that, you know what I mean? If it's level, or if you're behind, maybe with 20 to go, something like that. And that's one of those things where it's just like, let's get him on there, let's get him a goal. And if we have to get him, if he can make it through to the end of 120, if you get to 120, who knows? Then maybe that's the thing you do. But I do like you thinking, it's that outside of the box thinking that means I know that you, Luke, are going to go far in life. Yo, Chris for the final says Football Songs Limited. I expected you to do that in a song. Pretty poor, to be honest with you. 5 subs, you can afford a sub like that, in my opinion. No, listen, completely agree with you there, buddy. I just don't think you risk him because of, these three are really, really good footballers. And you know what? Like, we're talking about, right now, with him there, the top 3 scorers in the league. We might be able to get by on Chelsea with just 2 of the top 3 scorers in the league, Luke. I don't know, maybe. Does anyone know where I can watch the match down in London? Without a ticket, no, I don't, but I'm sure somebody in the comments will. I'm sure every place in London's going to be having it on, I'm sure of that. So let's have a little look. If you could pick one player to score the cup winner, who would it be? Well, I actually said ages ago that I fancied Matip to score his goal in the Champions League final. He's obviously just done that against Leeds, which I felt, you know, for the narrative, he could have waited a little bit longer. You know, a final of any description would have been nice to do that with. But if I had to choose a winner right now, because you know if it's Thiago, it's some kind of beautiful, just sort of magically spinning ball, like the one that did it hit the floor, didn't it hit the floor type of volley thing that he did. That's the type of shit that Thiago can do. So that's kind of how I want Thiago to be scoring a winner from like 40 yards, something like that. Gargoyle Blaster says Diaz should start. It's so clear he should do. He's been absolutely brilliant so far in his young Liverpool career, hasn't he? You can't go wrong with that. Origi for the cup winner, says Richard. Let me know who you want to score the winner. Just put their name and the winner, please. Team looks awesome, Chris. I think Taki and Elliott may start or play a part. Liverpool versus Arsenal first in the FA Cup and final versus Chelsea. Make that birthday even sweeter to do the double. You'll never walk alone. Right, team looks awesome. Excellent. Taki and Elliott may start or play a part. Really? Does anybody disagree with the team, actually? Apart from you. Of course. I'm sorry, I'm just kicking this thing stand up the way because it's doing my head in. Does anybody actually disagree? Because I don't even have Taki and Harvey Elliott on my bench at the moment. And listen, you can agree with that. But is anybody thinking there's a different starting 11? I know Luke wants the Jota thing, and that's fine. Let's have a look at it. It looks better. Wait, it looks even better. Like that is a distinct possibility. If he's fully fit, and we don't know if he's going to be fully fit, then Jota should start. If he's fully fit, he deserves to start this game, but I don't think he is going to be fully fit, unfortunately. Is anybody thinking that maybe Konate should start this game instead of maybe Joel Matip? Let's have a little look. Just Konate for Matip, says Daniel Buttery. I need to be somebody who said that. Thank you, Daniel. And again, you're not going to find many people disagreeing with that. What we've seen from Konate so far this season in his first Liverpool campaign has been absolutely superb, hasn't it? And he just seems to be getting stronger and stronger and better every time we see him, and more assured and everything else. But what you don't get, right, is some fella at the back just going on a mad adventure and scoring goals. That's what you don't get. Like Joel Matip, that's what he does. He goes on adventures. We've all seen the meme. We all love the meme. We all believe in the meme. We all know it's true. So anybody else? No one can ask. Matip gets a rest midweek. Woo! So that's the Norwich game. Okay. Defo go Alisson over playing Kelleher. Red Sea Podcast. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Listen, I think most people would go Alisson over Kelleher, mate. What we're unlikely to see after Jurgen's already said that he's given it to Kelleher is Alisson, though. Matip not playing the 9. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you very much for the super chat as well. Let's have a look at it. Does it improve or get worse? Our survey says it fucking improves. Lovely. Lovely Chapley. You could see him as he used to be a DM, didn't he? That's where he gets these mazy little runs from. That, and he's a massive fan of The Hobbit. It is what it is. Kelleher instead of Alisson, and we have already lost our first title. Wait, what? Who knows? Hey, Matt's going to be in the new Hobbit TV series. Yes, Hobbit mentions. Can we go on some mad adventures? Yes, Johnsy, we've all seen the meme. We all know the meme. The meme is life. Jota on as a sub, says Venomixit. Yes, potentially in this scenario. A Salah-Matip partnership, says Daniel Busby. Let's have a little look at that then. Come on. Let's go on an adventure, Joel. Me and you, mate. We're doing it together, pal. We're going to go on an adventure together. We're gonna win lots of gold together. I've made this song up right now. You'll know. I've never even thought of the words to it before. So there we go. This, excuse me, is probably your classic big man, little man combination. Because you've got Peter Crouch there, haven't you? It was pretty much made for him, like great touch for a big man. Joel Matip, though, he's got a great touch for a big man. You've got the silky, smooth Salah skills, and you've got the magic of the maestro Matip playing up front. What more could you possibly want in a forward combination other than that? And then you're backed up by Sadio Mane on that little right wing. You got Diaz and the skills down that left wing. You got the brawn and the brains of Fabinho and Thiago in the centre of the park. And you know you've got that back five that's looking mighty fine, marshalled by Virgil van Dijk. So yes, there you go. That has got to be the starting 11 prediction. Let's have a little look. We're calling that Phillips and play him at centre-back. No! Lovely singing, Chris. Can we please do this with a friendly? Says Izzy. That would be great. I would pay my money to go and see Joel Matip up front any day of the week. I'd be fine with that. Jamal says, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, it is what it is. Football without Origi is nothing, says Anakin Skywalker, and he knows. He always knows. So what we're going to do there is we're going to throw Divock Origi in. We've lost Joel Matip. Joel Matip's magnet has gone on an adventure. How apt. Hello, sellotaped magnet. This is behind the scenes at Redmen TV. Joel's magnet adventure. It is what it is. Right, Kanate, you're going on an adventure. Back to the bench, my friends. You're going there. Oh, I've messed up all these cards. That's going to affect my OCD up, isn't it? And what's missing? Oh, a player. There we go. Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson. Joel, stop it, you naughty boy, you. There we go. Right, back in there. Go on, son. Line yourselves up. All nice and good. Right, yeah, that's about right, isn't it? Let's just tinily overlap him there. Let's sort of tinily overlap him there. Those two are looking good. Keeper and Fabinho are there. Right, now we've got this all messed up. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. We look like we're getting there now. We comfortable with that? Is everybody's OCD okay? Is Mane a little bit off centre? I can see something that I don't like, so I'm going to turn around and face you guys, because if I look that way, I'm going to carry on forever. It's an Apple eye magnet. It is absolutely not. No Jota, Jamal. No, he is on the bench for me because of the likely injury. Chris must have had a pint of coffee before each show, says the Bailey's 22. I pretty much drink more than a pint of coffee every single day. In fact, I start the day with about 1.5 litres of coffee, and then I come to work. Would rather see Elliot than Ox if we need a goal with 20 minutes to go, says Sam Hussey. Yes, you must be joining us late, I think, Sam, because we did talk about the Oxlade-Chamberlain and the Harvey Elliott thing, and I totally get it. Like, if it was me, I'd probably go Harvey Elliott. My thinking on this one is that Jurgen goes with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but I completely agree with you. Milner, says Jack Howard. Just Milner. That's the comment. That's the comment. Milner. What else have you got to say about him? Do you love him? Do you hate him? That you wish he was our captain? That you don't wish he was our vice captain? Come on, man. You've got to expressly tell me what you're thinking with these comments. Jack Milner. Come on. What are you answering? I'm seeing this afterwards. I don't know. No, now everyone's doing it. VIP Ness is just saying Milner as well. I should have said that, really, shouldn't I? I knew that would have happened. Milner on the bench for penalties. Thank you. There we go. It wasn't the person who originally started this. Milner is on the bench for penalties. This is a great talking point. We did this show on the debate show on Redmen Plus earlier on this week, right? Let's look at the team that we've got and the subs that we've got, and let's pick, if we need to, our penalty takers. And I'm going to go in order, right? I'm going to go... Number 1, Fabinho. Number 2, James Milner. Number 3, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Number 4, Mo Salah, because it's statistically the most important penalty. And number 5, my twin, Thiago. They're my 5 penalty takers in order. What are yours? I think it's so interesting. We did a good 15-20 minutes on this. It's just absolutely brilliant thinking about it and getting involved. Like, I don't want my 5th penalty taker to be in a position where he doesn't take a pen, but I do want to get off to a good start. I think he's got the best record out of any Liverpool player for penalties over the course of their career. It's something like 23 or 24 scored, 1 missed. He's about... Actually, there's 2 more since we did the show. He's about 26-5, or maybe he's 32-5, actually 32-5, something like that. He's about 5-0 in his career. I can't remember at all what he is, to be perfectly honest with you, but he's half decent as well. That's my trust. They're my powerful 5. Yes, I'm going to TM that. What about Mane? Mane, I know, because he's done what he did at the AFCON and stuff, but like, he just doesn't look like a pen taker to me, and you've got to look like a pen taker, you know what I mean? Salah 5th pen, said Josny Channel. What if he doesn't get it on? Can I have a shootout, says Jack? No, I don't want it. It'll be horrible. I've seen Liverpool win a trophy against Chelsea with my own 2 eyes in the stadium against Chelsea, and it was great though, so who knows? Maybe we'll see that again, and I did enjoy it, but it is painful, and it is really heart-wrenching, and it's disgusting to go through, and you don't want to lose, and it's not fair, and let's not talk about it, because this side that I've put out behind me is good enough to go and win this game in the 90 minutes or the 120 minutes, and make sure that we don't get to the penalties of it all, because really we want to absolutely take it and shove it in their ear, just stick them in the eye. That's what we really want to do with Chelsea at the weekend. That's what I want Liverpool to do. I'll be there, I'll be singing, I'll be loud. You can count on that. You will be too. Whether you're at home, show your support, or whether you're in the stadium or on the streets of London or wherever you are, make sure you get behind this side. I don't want to see no shit on social media. I just want to see support from everywhere. Show them why. Show everyone why we are the best fan base in the world. That is what being a Liverpool supporter is, supporting our side through thick and thin. That is the Starting 11 prediction show. Let's hope for a great result at the weekend. Thank you all for joining me for this one, and check out some of our amazing content on Redmen Plus this week. I will see you on Wembley Way. Ta-ra.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that show. We are on the countdown to the League Cup final. Liverpool playing Chelsea at the end of February. And if you want to get some amazing content around that game, we have got you covered.
We have got exclusive interviews and documentaries all available in video and podcast form. So you want to listen to us on the go, we have got you sorted.
Yeah, so do head on over to theredmentv.com, join up to Redmen Plus, and hopefully get yourselves in the mood for when Liverpool win the League Cup at Wembley.